in my career, but I learned a lot from my dad. So it was definitely a emotional season for me, especially the success we had. So again, I'd like to thank Ms. Spinelli for giving the opportunity this year. Serena for always coming down and supporting us, and making sure the kids are all right. Mr. Scott, I've never seen a principal like him attend track meets, softball, baseball. He's everywhere, right? So definitely supports our student athletes. Miss Steglitz, always calling in the boys, taking all the equipment, coordinating everything for us, so we really don't have to worry about those things, so can't thank her enough. Tony Castano, excellent job this year with the field. I even have, there was one time I actually went up to the gate and I see a bag of Speedy Dry. And I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? I didn't bring a rake. So I head to Robbie LaRue, got his passcode, grab a rake, this and that. I get to the field, it was done. I didn't have to worry about it. I'm like, are you kidding me? It was perfect. Thank you. I can't thank you enough. It was perfect. Coach Dave, for giving us a hand. He's still learning, but he's always fun to have around. My two coaches, my two managers, Benny and Nikki. Benny tried out for the team. Obviously, he hasn't gotten there yet, but he has a heart of gold, and I wouldn't want anyone else around this team but him, and the kids love him. So I asked him, I said, Benny, it's up to you. You can practice with the team, and he accepted. And he managed. After the second game, we needed somebody else. And Nick's like, can I do it? Can I do it? So they did. Funny part is killing the game. We're playing at home, and I had to call timeout 3 times because I thought there was something wrong with the book. And I went over to the coach. I said, I have 2 of the smartest kids in the 6th grade, and they can't even do a book right. But as the season went on, they learned, and I could finally decode everything in the book. My wife and all the parents for their support. We have a lot of great fans. They came to every game, even Wheeler, which is one of the furthest games to go to. So I can't thank them enough. I always tell them how fortunate they are to have people supporting them and cheering them on in every game. Unfortunately, our number 1 fan isn't here tonight because it's raining. But I think we should recognize Johnny Imbert, right? He was the soccer manager this year in the fall. He went to every single home basketball game, if I'm not correct, and he went to every single baseball game except for Wheeler. Okay? Every away game except for Wheeler, because it was fun. But every time there was a pop-up, all I could hear was, miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it, miss it! Every single time. I knew Johnny was right behind us every single time. And then the players. I can't thank the players for enough for giving their hard work and bringing it every single game. So I want all the boys to come up. All the boys to come up. So we started off the season against Wheeler. Last year they were really good. This year a little bit of a weaker team. So we started off strong, beat them 15-4. So we thought we were pretty good. We go to Plainfield, tough game. Last year they mercied us in the playoff game. We go there and we're already down. I think it was 6-0. And we battled back to take the lead 7-6, going to the last inning. And we made a few errors, and we lost 8-7. But then we won 7 in a row. 7 in a row. Every game. These kids are like the cardiac kids. We battled in every game. My heart was just racing. But every single play, every single out, we were in the game. We come back, we beat Killingly 5-4. Brooklyn 6-4. Woodstock 3-2. Mind you, Woodstock didn't win a game all season. 3-2. I think we only had 5 hits in that game, and then they're a young team, and we only beat them 3-2. And I'm like, guys, we need to wake up. And sure enough, we come back. We beat Wheeler 19-1. Plainfield at home 3-2, Woodstock 20-6, Killingly 15-1, and then we had our arch nemesis Brooklyn. We come home, we win the championship all alone. It was probably, I think we out hit them 7-5, and we lost 4-1. But we battled back in the last inning. I think we were down 4-0. We scored a run, and that was probably our worst game. We only had 12 errors all season. But like I tell these kids, is in tight games, the littlest error is this big. Okay? It compounds. And unfortunately, in some of these games where we made a few errors, that was the difference in the game. We came back, Killingly game, 8-inning game at home, semifinals. We battled in the rain, balls were getting heavy. I'm pulling pitches in and out. We pulled it off 5-4 to go to the championship game against Brooklyn in Brooklyn. Brooklyn had our number. They had this kid, like Brady's grandfather said, this kid must do nothing wrong. Every single pitch he threw, we hit, but to somebody. We hit it hard, they made the plays every single time. But we didn't stop. We didn't stop. It was 4-0 going to the last inning, and Brady Bukowski started off the inning with a deep drive to left center, got a double, got some base runners, 4-3, man on second and third, 2 outs. One of our best hitters up, and he grounded out. We were this close at taking that game over and winning the championship. But they battled. These kids have a lot of character. So we lost the championship, but if Mr. Scott wants to come up, we want to present him with the regular season co-champs. Even though we tied, it goes by a tiebreaker of who wins the second game. So Brooklyn beat us in the second game. And then we also have our finalist plaque to present him as well for being in the finals. All right, I'm just gonna talk about each kid for a brief second here, and I'll give out the awards as well. So we're missing 2. Figures Cam Gabori's not here. My guess is he forgot to come to school today, and he forgot we had an awards banquet today, because it wouldn't be a normal day without Cam forgetting something. His glove, his book bag, his jacket, his cleats, his socks. Kim, am I right? Every single day. So it's fitting that unfortunately Cam didn't make it, along with Isaac. And Isaac actually scored the game-winning run in the semifinals game. Every kid had a role on this team, and I told him, you know, we have 1 6th grader, we have 3 7th graders, and the rest are all 8th graders. And it's hard because everyone plays different, you know, like his pitch, kids play third, shortstop, and it's only 10 games regular season. So it's hard really to plug people in and depending on how the game is going. But like I told them, they all have a role, whether it's pinch hitting, pinch running, they gotta come in and lay down a bunt, come in and get an out pitching. They all played a role this whole season. Just for instance, pitching, Brady Bukowski, 3-2. Brady Monahan, 2-0. Justin Belanger, 0-1 with a save. Connor McMenemy, 1-0 with a save. Garrett Koziak, 1-0. Caden Strong, 2-0. We had 6 guys contribute to our pitching staff this year. Okay, actually 7, because Johnny Steggs pitched against Wheeler. Okay? So it was truly a team effort. We outscored our opponents 101-43. We outhit our opponents 128-71. We struck out our opponents 105-50. We walked 81 times to giving up 48 walks as a pitching staff. Our opponent's batting average was 280, and our team batting average was 367. So this kid right here, first time coming out, 7th grader, I was salivating this kid when I knew this kid was going to play. And I haven't seen him play in a few years. He was our leadoff guy. He batted .333 with an on-base percentage of .620. Scored 18 runs. He was one of two kids that was always the last person to leave the field. Okay? Do whatever you ask him to do. Catch, play short, play second. This kid battles. I couldn't ask for a better player to be on this team. I think, I don't know how many pass balls do you have all season?
2 single digits probably.
4 pass balls. Now, if anyone knows baseball, in the minor league, little league, right? Well, come on, pass balls all right? 4 pass balls at least, 4, maybe 5, the whole season. Kid was a brick wall, and our unsung hero award winner, Braden O'Connor. This kid batted second most of the season. Then we moved him down. Batted .368. Came up big towards the end in the championship game. Shut him down. Kept us in the game. Can catch. Can play short. Can pitch. He's going to do some great things at Killingly next year. I wish him the best of luck. Caden Strong. This next kid, Brady Monahan. What can I say about Brady? 21 for 38, led the team hitting .553. Went 2-0 as a pitcher. Started off, struggled a little bit, but really came up big towards the end. And I don't choose captains at this level. I'm not a big believer of it. Nor am I a big believer of all these awards, but I thought it was necessary to recognize some of these kids. But this kid is a true leader, and if I was to choose captain, he definitely would have been one of them. Congratulations, he just made the junior American Legion team, so I wish him luck the rest of the summer, and I'm going to miss Coach. This next kid, 20 for 42, batted .476, went 3-2 as a pitcher. Definitely a character. Kept his team very loose, kept me loose. He's got a couple of screws loose. But when you go to a game and the ump says, "Did he drive here?" I think you have an edge. And when it comes to, you can go through most valuable person, most valuable player. When you think about that, I think about somebody giving you an edge. And sometimes he lacks confidence in himself, but he doesn't realize how much strength he has and how much ability he has. I've never seen a kid get on the mound where he is a totally different person. He is in this mind frame, and he really knows how to throw and how to hit. And I don't think without this kid we probably would have been in the situation where we were in this year. And the MVP award goes to Brady Bukowski. This next person batted 13 for 35, batted .371, only struck out 3 times in 39 at-bats. Played second base pretty much the whole season, played a little bit of outfield. It's hard coaching your son. It's been tough, even in Little League. They usually don't want to listen to you. I usually have to tell the other coaches to talk to them. but this year he responded in an excellent way, and always first to get the equipment. Him and Connor McMenemy, always the first two kids to get the equipment. Really was focused on hitting this year, and the first few games. I don't keep track of RBIs just because it's hard to keep track at this level. But for the first 3, 4, 5 games, he was an RBI machine. He may be small in stature, but he has a lot of heart. And if the ball is on the ground, he is a tough out. Okay? This year's Most Improved Award goes to Nolan Blanchett. One of my 7th graders batted .333, 10 for 30, a fixture in left field. Only struck out 4 times this year. Can't wait to have him back, maybe doing some pitching next year. Been on the team since 5th grade, which is very hard to do, okay? But will be one of my leaders next year, and I can't wait to see what he can do next year. Mike Merrill. Another 7th grader, first year player. Went 8 for 23, batted .348. Great bunter. I will say our bunt execution, I believe, was like 12 for 13 this year. Every time I gave the bunt sign, we executed except for Garrett. Ball hit him. Turns out. But they executed most of the time we get on, or we move the runner over. So it's kind of a lost thing and a lost art in the game of baseball. But we reinvented it this year, and they did a great job executing. And this kid is a great all-around athlete. Again, he can catch, he can play outfield, probably be some pitching infield next year. Alex Grauer. This kid, he had 27 official at-bats. He only had 3 hits, but he walked 13 times, which was second on the team. Runs like his dad, but can come through in some of the most clutch times. If I need somebody to come in and close a game, this is who I want. Played a great third base, did exactly what I told him to do all season, and really contributed when I really needed to. And I wish him the best of luck next year. Justin Belanger. Another 8th grader, 6 for 18, batted .333. This kid, again, I probably had like 5 third basemen. So it's like, okay, this kid pitched for me, pitched an unbelievable game against, was it Woodstock, Garrett? Woodstock. Pitched unbelievable against Woodstock, and it was probably his first time pitching in a long time, right? But every time I asked him to come in, he came up big, played a great third base this season, handled everything accordingly. And again, I wish him the best of luck next year, and hopefully this summer. A lot of these guys are still playing baseball right now, so I get to see him play some more. So, Garrett Koziak. Another 8th grader, 7 for 23, batted .304. Only struck out once all season. Same with Braden O'Connor. Braden O'Connor only struck out once all season. It was a cheesy strikeout too. But this next kid, 8th grader, he, again, like I said before, Connor McMenemy, contrary to what you hear in the classroom, he's kind of a class clown. But I will say, for me, did everything I asked him to do. The book, steal bases, carry the equipment, pinch hit, everything I asked him to do, he came through. He came up big early on in the season, was kind of like our middle reliever. 1-0 with 1 save. I couldn't ask for having a better kid to be around. That's Connor McMenamin. All right, this last kid, 12 for 34, batted .353. Scored 11 runs, had 12 walks, third on the team in walks. He is Mr. Baseball. This kid, again, just like Braden Nakana, one of the last people to always leave the field. Always, always, always. Probably first time ever in his career, got the steal sign. And kept missing it. I laid into him like you would not believe. Again, if I was going to pick a captain, this would have been one of the kids. This year's Coach's Award goes to John Stevens. So unfortunately, I had a surprise for somebody who didn't come. It's raining. So, and his ride's not here, so he probably would have to walk, and he's not answering any of our texts. It's up to Kim and Mr. Scott. If you guys can keep a secret, which I'm probably not because he has a big mouth, is we should probably honor him. We should honor him next Friday. No, next Friday at graduation, I believe we should. Like I mentioned before, this kid has the epitome of school spirit, okay? So I asked Ms. Pinelli to come up with a spirit award for John M. Bear. So hopefully we can honor him next week in front of his classmates. I think that's more than appropriate, okay? Thank you for your time, I appreciate it.